Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Misma Passion, YouTube's premier channel about all things women's football, and we continue the transfer roundups from across the top leagues in Europe here. And today we'll be focusing on Spain, where there have been some very tasty signings done by some of the big teams there that you would expect to make such signings in Spain. And we'll get started off with Barcelona here. We have signed on Ona Batlle from Manchester United on a free transfer. Batlle was born in 1999. She is, of course, part of the dominant Spain side that won the Women's World Cup just a few weeks ago here. She had 12 clean sheets and 19 domestic games for Manchester United, and she only conceded, hear this, only 9 times. That means anytime she was playing throughout the domestic season of WSL for Manchester United, she was only conceded against 9 times. So that's a pretty good return when it comes to defensive attributes there. But she's a very more attack-minded player, but she's also very good defensively on the back of those clean sheets there, especially when it comes to anticipating blocks. And Barcelona have just pretty much signed a very world-class player here. She's a very good signing, and she's pretty much a replacement for the outgoing Rubiano, who we will cover in a future video. And moving on to the next player that Barcelona have signed, and it is young Esme Brooks, who is joining on a free from PSV Eindhoven here. Brooks was born in 2003 and also featured at the Women's World Cup, where she scored 2 scintillating worldie goals against Vietnam, if you recall, in the group stages here. She's an up-and-coming winger who had 11 goal contributions in 15 domestic games in the Eredivisie last season, and she is pretty much one of the most promising attacking talents to come out of the Netherlands team right now. She has a high ceiling for improvement, and she's already working at such an exponential rate that when she has fully reached her peak and potential, she will be just one of the most unbeatable wingers in the world, in my opinion here. But moving on from Barcelona, we go over to the Basque country, where Athletic Bilbao have signed Sanadri from Deportivo Alavés, where she was born in 2000. She had 8 goal contributions in 26 domestic games for Alavés, and she's a very solid attacking option with also some room for improvement to really work on her finishing, because she definitely knows how to get into the box and she knows where the goal is, but she's just lacking that killer finishing touch here to really add goals to her game. So she's definitely one of those players who just needs to work on that, and she'll be a world beater for sure. But moving on to the next player who Bilbao has signed, and it is Patri Zugasti, who has joined from Osasuna here. Zugasti was born in 2000. She had 11 goals in 9 appearances last season, and she is a great finisher in my opinion, just on the back of what I've just told you there. And she is just poised to improve over time. Yes, she is 23 years old, and there's lots of room for improvement, especially in the women's game, where women tend to experience the decline at a later age in comparison to the men. So she's definitely one to watch over the next few years here for Athletic Bilbao. But she will also be joined by Garazzi Fasila from Deportivo Alavés as well. Fasila was born in 1999, and she was one of the top defenders in all of La Liga last season here. She was in the top 10 for individuals in tackles won, and clearances. So she's pretty much a no-nonsense defender here. Bilbao have definitely found a player who can help them show up what was a little bit of a leaky defense last season, and Fasila, hopefully she can continue to work on her game and become even better than she currently is now. Moving on to Madrid here, we have Real Madrid, who have signed the services of Oyhan Hernandez from Athletic Bilbao on a free. Hernandez was, of course, one of the players who featured at the Women's World Cup, where Spain won, of course. She was born in 2000. Last season, she had 7 clean sheets in 25 domestic games. She's an attack-minded right back who will do damage alongside the likes of Carmona, Caicedo, and Raso, who she will be partnering up with there. And I do expect her to do big things on her debut season, for Real Madrid. But she'll be joined by Hayley Raso, who you've just mentioned here, who is joining on a free from Manchester City. Raso, of course, featured for the Matildas down under at the World Cup, and if you saw any of the matches she was featured in, she is just a menace when it comes to attacking in the box. She is hard to keep track of, and she's got an eye for goal. And I think with the team that she's joining up with, she's gonna just continue from World Cup form and continue to do better things there. And she will also be joined by Signe Brun, who's joining from Olympique Lyonnais. I hope you've got your shots ready here. Brun was born in 1998. She has 10 goal contributions in 18 domestic games last season for Olympique Lyonnais. She is your archetypal fox in the box. She is a league winner and a Women's Champions League winner for Olympique Lyonnais. And Real Madrid have just really amped up the personnel to help in their attack here, and I think it's definitely going to be a very good thing to see them going up against Barcelona for the top honors this season in Spain and even continentally. But other than that, we have a few extra transfers that I was able to find for individual clubs here. Starting off with Esther Gonzalez, who has joined Granadilla Tenerife from Saint Etienne. Gonzalez featured also for Nigeria at the Women's World Cup. She was born in 1997 and had 5 goal contributions in 18 domestic games, which she's an okay signing, if a little bit uninspiring, but hopefully she can do well at her new club, and we will see what she is made of on this upcoming season for Tenerife here. And penultimately, we have Lorena Navarro, who has joined Real Sociedad from Real Madrid. She was born in 2000 and is pretty much looking for some game time here on the back of being a very sporadic player for Real Madrid. So hopefully she can get lots of that at Sociedad and really show what she's made of, because she was on the books of Madrid for a long time but really didn't get a chance to show what she's made of. So hopefully she gets to do that here. And finally, this one's a little bit of a cheat one, but I just thought I could just sneak it in because why not? We have Esther Gonzalez, who has joined Gotham City FC in the USA from Real Madrid. Gonzalez is also a World Cup winner. She was born in 1992. She was one of the veterans in the Spanish game here. She had 20 goal contributions in 27 domestic games for Real Madrid. She's essentially a prolific goal scorer throughout her entire career, and I think this is mainly a changing of the guard, whereby Gonzalez has left to allow the likes of Carmona and Caicedo to take over for her, because she's 30, but age doesn't mean a thing, especially what I said earlier in regards to the decline of female players in comparison to male players. I'm sure Gonzalez at Gotham City is just going to prove the same quality of player that she is, if not even better, because the NWSL is pretty much a harder league when it comes to La Liga in Spain, and I think she'll show her worth really there to an even better level and volume of consistency. And those are the transfers that have come out of Spain. Yes, of course, there's just one outgoing and the rest are incomings, but I think these are very good transfers done by all these teams in terms of the business here. I was most impressed by the transfer business done by Athletic Bilbao here, doing their best to address the issues that they had in attack and in defense by recruiting the likes of Sugasti and Fasila, and hopefully Bilbao can actually just be dark horses this season and get themselves maybe a top 3 finish to qualify for the Champions League, or who knows, they can even just challenge for the title. I know it's a far-fetched idea, but you never know. Football is a crazy thing, and the football gods might shine happily on Bilbao, but we will see throughout the upcoming season, which is starting very soon here. But tell me what you think about these transfers. If there are any that I missed out, please, again, as always, write them in the comments so we can all learn together. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.